Most teams use AI before they have the data. It's the wrong order. You need evidence first, then AI second. Otherwise, Gemini, ChatGPT, Codex, or Claude will just hallucinate your strategy faster. And that's not what you want. In this video, I want to show you the 3-tool workflow I've set up to work with competitive analysis in 2026. Data is the real problem. Not better AI, just the data. The thing is, your AI won't work, whatever the model, if you don't have the right inputs. So this video is about creating the right workflow with the right data sets as well. For this, we're going to review and cover Panoramata, Codex and Claude, and NotebookLM at the same time. I'll just bundle Codex and Claude because they work pretty much the same. It's of course two different models, but the workflow is pretty much the same, whether you're Team Codex or Team Claude. And the important part is not the names, it's the order. Because in 2026, everybody has AI. It's not the advantage anymore. The advantage is grounding AI in reality. Real competitor campaigns, real landing pages, real ads, real emails, real SMSs, all the real campaigns your competitors are actually launching and scaling. Real patterns that actually happen in the market. If your AI stack is not grounded, you're not doing competitive analysis. You're doing expensive guessing. So here's my framework. Panoramata is the source of truth. It handles the data collection and it gives me right away the patterns I should look at. Then I'll use Claude and Codex as the operators. And honestly, you can swap those and you can pick the one that you'd like, Codex and Claude. I'm going to use both for the sake of this video, showing you exactly how it works, how you should use them, and how to set them up. We'll see how to work with NotebookLM at the same time. But there's one non-negotiable part in everything. Data comes first. And in that case, Panoramata comes first. Let's start here. So those are the tools that we're going to review together today: Panoramata, Claude, Codex, and NotebookLM. So the tool number one is Panoramata. This is where the workflow really starts. And this is where most people should actually spend more time than what they do. Why? Because competitor analysis should start with tracked reality. Not one random screenshot, not one random Slack messages, not one AI just scrapping the web trying to guess what your competitors have been up to yesterday, last week, or during the last Black Friday. It's super easy to use. You can just go here, select your 5 to 10 competitors, and then you'll already have a complete dashboard filled with ideas and campaign to launch based on what's happening on your market. Summaries of what every single brand has been up to recently. And if you want to get access to the specific data, you can see right away all the emails, ads, SMS, landing pages, and socials that they've been sending. And you have live feed with every single asset that they've sent recently, just accessible in one click. And that's just a live feed of every single email sent, every single ad published, and you can save them, download them super easily right from the platform. The thing is, using Panoramata, it's great, of course, because you can see specifically, you can deep dive into all these competitors and really look into what they've been up to, or their flows, their email, their content calendar, stats on their socials, on their ads. You can really access everything you want to know about a specific competitor regarding their digital marketing strategy. But using Panoramata in this workflow, what I want is a source of truth. I want a data set. I want something that I can connect to my AI as well. And there are a lot of built-in AI features in Panoramata to help you summarize, to help you get insights, to help you understand which campaigns you should launch next based on what your competitors are doing right now, what they've done the years before. It's super easy for you to get those kinds of insights right from Panoramata. Right away, you can know which events are coming next. Spring sale, festival, season, promotion. I'm recording this video April 21, so obviously it's true. Anticipate what your competitors might be up to, what they've done recently. This is sent to you automatically by email. The platform takes care of this, and you're filled with amazing ideas every single day, every time that you connect on the platform. But our topic today is how to ground a complete AI competitive intelligence workflow. And for this, I'm going to assume that we're a jewelry company. So what I've done on Panoramata, I've created a jewelry benchmark for me and my competitors. Here, for the sake of the example, I'm going to assume that my company is Mene, for instance. So here on Panoramata, I can right away see all their landing pages, all their emails, see which company sent the most email over the course of the last 30 days or in April last year. And just in a click, I can access this data right away. Of course, for the emails, the same thing for the ads as well. I want to know which companies are advertising the most, on which USPs, which kind of ads, which ads in detail they're actually publishing. I just have a few clicks and I have every single data that I need to analyze the positioning of my competitors, what they've been up to, and how this can help me. The thing is, for this AI workflow, Panoramata is not just the place to look, it's also the place that grounds everything else. If I want Codex to classify campaign types, I'm going to start on Panoramata. If I want Claude to extract messaging patterns, I'm going to start on Panoramata. If I want to know what really worked for them, it's going to start on Panoramata because it has the real emails, the real ads, the real landing pages over time, organized for you by AI as well already. So your AI workflow only has to focus on what matters the most to you. And for this, there's something super easy. You can connect to the platform through an MCP or an API. Ask us if you want to have the beta access, and or for the sake of the example today, I'm going to use just an export, something very simple. You don't need to be technical at all to use this. I'm just going to go here, last 30 days, my competitive set, and I'm going to use this LLM export button. It's building the data for me right now. And ta-da, I have it there. Nice. Something to note though. The very first platform you should look at when you're looking to improve your AI competitive intelligence skills, it's Panoramata because it has the real data and all the tools to help you make sense of everything that they're doing, everything that they will do based on what they've done already. And it's then just, super easy to just deep dive into everything that they've been up to recently with statistics built in. But to collect this level of data accurately for you, nothing is going to beat Panoramata because all the systems are here. You can track emails, you can track ads, you can track their flows, you can track their social posts, and Luisa's losing followers over time. But you can see which posts are working the most across your whole market right away, which company is getting the most followers, which, for instance, day of the week they're sending emails, which hour of the day, who is the most mentioning the keyword gold. Those are things you'll need Panoramata to help you achieve this. And that's why Panoramata is the very first AI tool you should use to track your competitors. But then the topic of this video is also how to work with Codex and Claude for competitive analysis. And as I've said, the very first step is using Panoramata to get the right data. And we've had this nice export that we just got. Then moving on to Claude and Codex. We'll keep NotebookLM for the end. For these two, they work pretty much the same way. I'm going to do the setup for both so you can see that they're actually pretty much the same. The thing is, you want to build a system to help you track your competitors. The best way to do this on Codex and or Claude is to ask Claude and Codex to help you build this system. So here it's going to be quite easy. I'm going to ask Codex to help me build this system. What would be the perfect prompt so we can create an auto-sufficient competitive tracking setup? You have this in detail here. I'm just going to click enter and I'm going to do the same within Claude 2. And they're going to give me what they believe, what should be the best prompt in their mind to help me build this competitive analysis system. Okay, and now we can see that these two are creating what they believe should be the perfect prompt for each one of them. Interestingly enough, Codex is giving me the very first prompt to build the system and then the weekly run prompt. Claude gives me right away the setup prompt as well on run 1. So I'm going to take those and I'm going to go here and right away industry is going to be jewelry, worldwide. You can see that it created the whole tracking infrastructure and memory and workflows, and just that's very important when you're setting this up in those kind of software to ask them to I want weekly runs, outputs, learning, and insights over time. Just making this will create such kind of a system that actually works very well. So here we got this here. This is perfect. Let's go. Claude, you can get started. Same here for Codex. Let's go here. So you'll see that they're now going and creating all the files for me based on what I've asked them to set up, which is a competitive tracking system that will every week use the inputs that I'm going to give them, the real grounded data that I got from Panoramata that will update automatically every week. So every week they'll give me exactly what I ask: pricing moves, creatives angle, new entrants, and promo cadence as well. And they're going to keep in memory every single change over time. And something that I like to do in those systems as well, but that's something that we'll implement in the weekly run, is ask the system to ask you questions as well. Like based on what he's seeing in your basic prompt, just make sure to mention something such as ask me questions so you can understand what I think about those changes, what I should do about those changes, and log these in a decision system. And then over time, week after week, your AI is going to ask you more and more questions about what your competitors are up to, how it can affect your business, and it's going to be so helpful. So those systems sometimes have questions. Here Claude is asking me, for today, I'm going to pass that action chat for the sake of the video. But again, API MCP would work well too. Codex is already getting started there. So this whole thing changes how you think. Most marketers, they think that competitive analysis is just about collecting cool examples. It's not. It's about tracking the repeats, the rhythms, the windows, the offer structures, the campaign sequences. The stuff that comes back again and again and again because it is intentional. And this is why Panoramata has to be the source of truth when it comes to competitive analysis. You cannot rely just on AI software or just random scrapping that you can implement with those tools, because it won't be able to fetch as much data as it should be and to create a comprehensive database for your use cases. Because maybe you want to know if something changed, if they launched something, but you need to save the images, you need to save the videos, you need to analyze them, you need to compare all your competitors at the same time, you need to organize them in a way so it's easily retrievable, so you can search them as a library if you're looking for the right examples. And Panoramata does all of this for you automatically, and it's much more easier to connect your Panoramata setup to your AI so you can actually get better insights and make better marketing decisions faster. Perfect. Oh wow, Claude is already done. That's great. So we can get started. What I'll do is I'll just attach the export I got from Panoramata. Go for run 1. Perfect. Quick tip, if you see that one of these tools is actually taking too much time and you want to do something else at the same time, specifically on Codex, you can attaching the file and ask Codex, it's going to automatically go for run 1 here. The third tool, in the meantime, is going to be way quicker. I'm attaching the file, and NotebookLM is great for this because you can give him a real data set. I can ask any question, and NotebookLM is already giving me the question. Compare the Mother's Day messaging themes across all major brands, and it's not hallucinating, it's not taking random brands, it's really grounded in the data that we've collected on Panoramata, so you have the exact themes and you have the exact topics. And you have the right answer. It's doing the job of analyzing all the data that we've created. There are a few mistakes that you shouldn't do here. Mistake number 1, asking Codex or Claude to hunt the market from scratch. It's the wrong job. Give them the real data and they're going to be much more efficient. Mistake number 2, passing only summaries and not the actual assets. If you want grounded outputs, you should pass the real assets. That's what you have in the Panoramata export. Real subject line, real copy, real headlines. You have real data the AI can rely on. Mistake number 3, using Panoramata like an inspiration gallery instead of a source of truth. The truth is, it can be both, and that's the beauty of it. And it's Codex who's got this first here. It has built for me an executive brief, a summary, a change log, and snapshots as well. It's giving you as well the main signals. The Medjugorje lead, the fact that Gorjana is great here, and the Mother's Day topic that is obviously the big topic at the moment for all these jewelry companies as well. The executive summary is here. So it's a great way to create competitive reports, and Codex already delivered us with a first report. And of course, you can go here and ask more questions, ask him to improve over time the report that he's giving you, ask him to create deliverables as well if you'd like to. So for me, if you want a practical weekly version, here's what I would do. Step 1, open Panoramata, look at what changed. You can use all the Panoramata features right away to understand what your competitors have been up to. Step 2, you can export, you can connect on the platform with your favorite AI, with the AI of your choice, and then give Codex and or Claude a very structured job. They can help you with the structure itself. Ask Claude or Codex to help you to create the right prompt as well. And they're going to build a system that works very well, just like this one, where you can, over time, give them the right data sets, grounded reality data, and they're going to be amazing at helping you get insights, interpret, summarize, turn everything into a creative or strategic brief as well. And that's it. That's why I like this stack. So Panoramata gives you reality, Claude and Codex give you leverage and clarity. NotebookLM is the easiest way to get started. Just input a file, some assets, and just speak with the data right away. And this is how you save time without losing the truth. This is how you spot trend without relying on vibes. And this is how you actually use AI for competitive analysis in 2026. The run one of Claude is here. And there are several things here. It's great. It's better than Codex, to be fairly honest. It gives you, again, a report, executive summary, the same thing that we've seen with Codex. It also gives you, here we go, here's the executive summary that we got from Codex. So pretty much it gives you top 5 signal, and it's pretty useful, to be fairly honest. 5 signals. The thing that I'll is for you, a report in PPT. And the thing is, why is this export interesting? Because again, it's grounded in real data. And this real data is coming from Panoramata. You can create actually reports and PDF on Panoramata as well. They're more grounded than the one that you'll have here, because we also have, of course, the assets and pretty much everything and summaries that are here right away. But it's a very good report already. And again, why is this one helpful? Because the AI is not hallucinating everything. It's working with real grounded data that you can export from Panoramata to give to your AI, and from there build a lot of different stuff right away. So I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm going to summarize here. Ground yourself in real data. Panoramata, everything that we've seen today, Panoramata can help you achieve this right away. The reports, the export, the analysis, the insights, the creative trends, the creative insights, the benchmarks, and the statistics, just so you can compare yourself against your competitors. That's something that Panoramata has available for you out of the box. AI or not, it's something that you can do right away. But even if after you want to connect this data with what you have on Claude, because you have other things connected, and or on Codex, because it's the tool of your choice, then even from Panoramata, you can export the data and put it into those tools so you can have a perfect AI workflow for competitive analysis with the tools that we've seen together today: Panoramata, Codex Claude, and NotebookLM. Thank you again for staying here. I hope it was helpful to review all of these tools together. Take care, and wherever you are in the world, have an amazing day. Bye-bye.